gonna be kind of interesting here, and it is kind of flickering around between a truck and a car because it is getting confused. What's up, everybody? Who's up for another autopilot drive during the day? It looks like we got a little bit of a overpass. I was gonna call it a bridge, but I don't think it's technically a bridge, but that's what we're gonna go on. We have autopilot engaged already, 40 miles per hour, 45 max, and it looks like we got some traffic, so we are slowing down and we are speeding up. It's a bit of a mess out here today, but let's see where we are off to and how this takes everything. And that guy got out of the turning lane because he decided not to turn. He must have been sitting there for an hour, I don't know. Let's see, we're going up, taking this turn rather nicely. Hey, Geico, easy to switch. Sponsor me. Yeah, we're going up. Let's see. So far, no issues here. They need to really clean this overpass, though. Whoa, I can see a bunch of trees and a bunch of cars. Oh, there's Granddad. Oh my God! Okay, we have officially hit the traffic jam. Wonderful. They couldn't be any better, really. Oh, okay. So autopilot, do your job. Make this a peaceful experience. Don't do anything crazy, because that'll make it very stressful, and we do not want that. That's why we have autopilot, to make it less stressful. So let's see how this goes. Okay, as you can see, we got a bunch of cars showing up on the display. This guy's trying to turn over here. Ugh. Yeah. Pink and blue resale for kids. Looks like a... Okay, that guy merged over. Looked like a preschool, not a store. Alright, so... yeah, this is traffic. Damn! Look at that turning lane. Ugh. See, if I was driving, I'd be really upset right now, but I mean, autopilot's doing it for me. You don't have to worry about stopping in time for the guy in front of me if he stops short or something, because autopilot should take care of that. Should take care of that. I haven't had an experience where it didn't take care of that, so I'm pretty confident in its use case. So right now, just chill, you know, stay vigilant, you know, be ready to take over, but, you know, you don't really have to do anything unless something goes horribly awry. Yes, we're just cruising down the street in my Tessie. It's a really nice day out here, though. Nice overcast. The sun's not coming down, but we have a lot of light. This is like my favorite kind of weather right here. Okay, see, we did stop a little bit hard because we all of a sudden came to a sudden stop. Well, I guess we didn't really stop, but everyone started slowing down suddenly. Whatever, autopilot did its thing, so we're good. I've never been over here. This is all new to me. Autopilot did kind of drift to the right a little bit, but did recenter within the lane. Ooh, autopilot is stopping for this guy because it thinks he's in our way. So I didn't take over the steering, but I did have to hit the accelerator to go past him. I mean, he was kind of, like, was that even I don't think that was even a turning lane. He was just in the middle of the median, and I guess he was kind of over in our lane, so autopilot thought it was blocked. So it didn't want to pass it. And the guy behind me probably would have got mad if I would have stopped. So I did have to override it, although I didn't have to take over control of the steering. So technically, we were still on autopilot. I just had to tell autopilot it was okay to go ahead and go. And I did make sure we weren't going to hit him or anything. And I think it did drift a little bit to the right to go around him, so everything was cool. But in a case like that, I feel like autopilot should have went around him, because there was a lot of room in our lane, but it just didn't want to, because it was playing it safe, because it thought it was in our lane and in the way. And there's some guy walking across the traffic. Yeah, welcome to Phoenix, boys. Okay, he actually went in front of the people who had a green arrow, but he did thank them. So I guess we're cool. I don't know. People are weird. Like, the crosswalk is literally 2 feet that way. Okay, autopilot didn't go. It was probably eventually gonna go, but it was just sitting there for a good 3 to 4 seconds. Usually it takes 1 to 2 seconds for it to realize we're going. So I'm not sure what happened there. So I had to press the accelerator to give it the go ahead again. I'm not sure what's going on here. See, in a case like that where there's people behind you and you're in rush hour traffic and the light's gonna turn red any second, then you gotta be ready. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of interesting here because this car is facing us. So I'm not sure, like on here it's just showing a truck. So I gotta be ready to stop here because I'm not sure if it's recognizing that as a car. I mean, it should, because what if there's like a wrong way driver or something? Like, I'm not sure if it's gonna want to go all the time or what's gonna happen here. So let's follow this guy and see what happens, because I'm really curious here. I got my hands on the wheel, it kind of got lost with the lane. We're coming to a stop, and we are stopping. I'm a little bit uneasy with this because it's not really showing that it's towing something, but it is staying away from it, so it knows it's there, and it is kind of flickering around between a truck and a car because it is getting confused. Although I remember watching the Autonomous Day press conference. Oh, whoa, look at that, hold up. Look at that, it's showing a truck on the back of a truck. We kind of merged them in together into one now, but it was showing a truck backwards onto the truck that's in front of us. So it did recognize it was being towed. So that was, okay, now it turned into a van. So this is pretty interesting because on Autonomous Day, it was showing that it knows like when, like there's a bike on the back of a car, that it's not a bike in a pedestrian lane or something, you know? So I think they also show that if something's being towed, it knows that the car is being towed and it's not moving. But at least on the visualization, okay, we're moving up a bit. That freaked me out. We're getting really close to this guy too. I'm not sure why it did that. It's still going. We are, yo. Okay, it started going more and we're pretty close. I mean, I'm sure there's at least a couple feet, maybe probably about 2 feet between us, but it started to go. So right there, that was really dangerous. Like it's weird. I guess see, that's why I'm thinking it thinks it's like a stationary object. And I know Autopilot's not good with stationary objects. So wow, if I wasn't paying attention right now, we probably would have rear-ended this thing. Like that's unnerving right there. So if there's somebody being towed in front of you in a situation like this, make sure you're paying attention when you're in Autopilot, because it might not stop. And even if it did stop, we were stopped for a while, but then all of a sudden it just started going. Because I don't know, it's weird. You would think if there's an obstacle in front of you, it just wouldn't go. Like if there's a wall in front of you, why would it go? Like I remember they were saying something about like the medians and stuff. It doesn't want to stop based on that being next to you, so it doesn't recognize them with Autopilot. But in a situation where it's directly in front of you, I feel like it needs to. Like that's the thing. I tested it going into a dead end before and it didn't want to stop. It was just gonna go right into the dead end, which is weird because it had reflectors and everything. But yeah, in this case for sure, like this is something serious. Now it's showing a car and a truck in front of us, so it's recognizing both of them now. Let's see if we can get Autopilot engaged through this intersection right here, because we have lines. All right, we are back engaged, and we are making it through this line. I mean the lane. But I'm gonna be very vigilant here and make sure I stop, because I'm not sure what Autopilot is seeing right now. It's showing a car, it's showing a cone. So it's really confused right now. This is one of the situations where Autopilot isn't the best option. Okay, he's turning left now. So let's see what happens here. We are slowing down for him. It did want to follow him a bit, so I had to take over. And he is in our lane. Like the part that was being towed was in our lane, so I had to definitely take over there, kind of drift around it, because there was people behind us and everything. Otherwise I probably just let it see what it did. But since there's other people around, I gotta play it safe. But wow, that was scary, you guys. Glad I caught that, because usually something crazy happens and I'm not recording. It always happens. But this time we had something go down, so wow. Be safe out there when somebody's being towed over you. Now, I think if it's an actual tow truck, then it might have a different story. But that one, it was pretty level with us. So it thought the car was in, that's the thing. If it thinks the car's in front of us, why wouldn't it stop and why would it keep going? It doesn't make sense to me. But at least we know, like that's one of the rare scenarios. Oh, we drifted a little bit to the left right there. That's one of the rare scenarios where Autopilot isn't safe, because it gets confused very. That's weird though, because it can see it. So I don't know. I think it's just the programming. They need to program it to recognize something being towed, like a car being towed facing you, maybe facing the other way. It doesn't really matter which way it's facing because it's still in front of you. And plus they need to get obstacles that are stationary, even though that wasn't gonna be stationary after we started moving. So I don't know, it's really a complicated thing right there, and that's something that they need to work on when they come to full self-driving, because when that one time happens and the car crashes, Alright, let's just stop here. So, yeah, that was something. So let me know what you guys think of that. Let me know if you've experienced something like that, or what you guys think the best solution to that problem is, because I'm really confused on how we can solve that. I mean, I guess if it knows it's being towed, then yeah, it sees everything. But, you know, stationary objects and everything, that's a really tricky situation. Machine learning's got to go in deep for that, because a human could obviously do it. So once we can get AI to the point of human thinking, which is really scary, it should be able to do it. I don't know what that guy's doing. I guess he backed out. Whatever. So let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know your thoughts on everything. How you guys thought the drive did. I thought it did very good, other than that one situation right there where I wanted to rear end the towed car. But until next time, I am out. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one.